Show is Gossip Girl. What did they show at the end, happening 5 years later? The series finale of Gossip Girl. What did they show at the very end? Wedding, vacation, or family fight? I was sad to see that go too, but they're doing a reboot with none of the original characters or cast. So I will not be watching. I refuse. A wedding. Okay, you know these shows as well as I do, don't you? 52 for Wedding. Check it out. Oh yeah, Dan and Serena, let's count it down, guys. Okay, guys, you came to play and you came to slay. So let's get to the quizzing. Here we go with Q1. In the world of consumer electronics, what does TV stand for? Terminal velocity, travel voucher, television. You've all watched enough of this to last a lifetime. 2 lifetimes, so you should know. If you went for travel voucher, what the hell were you thinking? TV stands for television, of course. You knew this. Didn't you? Or telly, as we'd say back home. 177,000 of you staying tuned in. Television became available in crude experimental form in the 1920s, according to Wikipedia, and it's still pretty crude to this day. Some of those shows out there are. Now remember, don't get hit by a savage without an extra life. You can use up to 3 of them in a game. Buy one right now. If you see it on your screen, you can also buy extra lives throughout the game by tapping on the heart below. You have a little longer to use them in this game, up to Q17, but not on any of the prize questions, so keep that in mind. Q2. Which company was not involved in the largest oil industry merger ever? Hess, Mobil, Exxon. It was a massive merger. Do you remember? If you went for Exxon, you weren't slick enough. It has to be Hess. You're oiled up and ready to go. 159,000 of you are. Exxon and Mobil joined forces in 1999 and came up with the slick name ExxonMobil. It's now the 8th largest company in the world revenue-wise. They must be gassed about that. Q3, what element is number 1 on the periodic table? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Taking that number 1 spot and holding it down. Life would suck without all 3 of these lasting at number 1. Longer than Lil Nas X. It's hydrogen. And you're saying hello to the next question, 143,000 of you. Although all life is carbon-based, it's only number 6 on the periodic table. That's 2 spots higher than the oxygen that keeps us breathing. Take a deep breath, because we're ready for Q4. What US president's administration was embroiled in the Teapot Dome scandal? Herbert Hoover, Warren Harding, Calvin Coolidge. I'll take some milk and sugar with my tea, please. Back when the White House was a cesspool of corruption. No, back further. It was Warren Harding. That wasn't too hard for 98,000. That was brutal for some of you. Harding's Interior Secretary sold oil drilling rights to his friends instead of getting taxpayers the best deal. The scandal tarnished the rep of Harding. It's a hard life sometimes. Q5. What word is not in Emma Lazarus's poem At the Base of the Statue of Liberty? Wretched, miserable, homeless. These are all words to get us in the mood. I've lived in New York for over a decade and still haven't been to the Statue of Liberty, and that makes me miserable, guys. Miserable is the answer. You're pretty happy. Oh my goodness, utterly savage. I haven't seen a savage like this in a long time. 140,000 of you gone, 28,000 of you holding on tightly. The new Colossus contains lines like the wretched refuse of your teeming shore and send these, the homeless tempest tossed to me.